One man was rushed to the hospital on Wednesday after sustaining gunshot injuries along Miku Street, Castries. The darkness of nightfall had descended on the city when the gun attack occurred, incapacitating the victim. Mobile phone footage showed the victim lying on his back in a blood-soaked vest, bleeding on the cold concrete, as law enforcement waited for the ambulance to arrive. The usually bustling intersection by day, home to commercial enterprises, government offices, and a nearby school, was eerily quiet on Wednesday night as police cordoned off the area to allow emergency responders to attend to the injured man.
On arrival at the scene, an adult male was found lying in a supine position, awaiting ambulance assistance. Upon assessment, multiple penetrating wounds were observed about the body. He was treated, then transported to a medical facility for advanced medical care.
Mere hours later, women's rights advocate Catherine Seelys revealed that she was carjacked early Thursday morning. In a social media statement, Seelys explained that a young man had surreptitiously entered her vehicle on Miku Street, unbeknownst to her, through a faulty back door lock, lying in wait in the back seat. The confrontation escalated in Chase Gardens, where he attempted to choke her and steal the car. She said she asked the man to take her gym bag and he could have the vehicle, but he did not agree and left with all her property. The suspect would later find himself involved in the fatal police encounter at Bagatelle 4 Roads Junction, where officers reportedly instructed him to stop, but he continued driving, leading to the deadly outcome as multiple gunshots were heard.
That man sticking here, this one, and that man died.
Details surrounding the police encounter with the alleged car thief remain unclear, but the incident ended with the stolen vehicle plunging down a cliff. St. Lucia Fire Service Public Relations Officer Charisse John stated that emergency responders were dispatched to what was initially reported as a motor vehicle crash.
St. Lucia Fire Service responded to an emergency call at Bagatelle in Castries to attend to a motor vehicular collision. On arrival at the scene, an adult male was found lying in a supine position on the ground with obvious signs of death. An assessment revealed an opened wound to the top of the head. The scene was handed over to officers attached to the Criminal Investigations Department.
The police would issue a statement on the incident. It reads, quote, "About 7 a.m., officers attached to the Criminal Investigations Department, Castries, were summoned to the scene of a fatal police-involved shooting at Bagatelle, Castries. A major joint police operation was initiated earlier across various communities, which involved the execution of search warrants, vehicular checkpoints, foot and mobile patrols. The intent of the operation was to address gun-related incidents, reports of theft, arrest individuals on warrants of arrest in the first instance, secure suspects in reports where offenders were identified, and to increase police community engagement. During the conduct of a motor vehicular checkpoint at Kako Castries, officers were directed to a suspicious motor vehicle, which was engaged but failed to stop. 2 occupants were identified within the vehicle. Following a pursuit, the motorcar was discovered by officers at Bagatelle. One of the 2 occupants was still within, whilst it appeared the second individual was injured during the encounter. He was subsequently confirmed as deceased by a medical practitioner. He has been identified as Jovian Willie alias Hengdem of Mark Bexor. Initial investigations in the matter indicate that the motorcar was stolen from its owner at gunpoint earlier in the day. It was confirmed that officers had cause to discharge firearms during the encounter. A firearm was also recovered from the deceased suspect in this matter. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force is soliciting the assistance of the general public in identifying and securing the arrest of the second suspect who fled the motor vehicle. Anyone with information in this regard is asked to contact the nearest police station, the Crime Hotline app, or the Crime Hotline 555. End quote. Sola Alfred, HTS News Force.